What's it like to be a dog with no teeth?
Oh,
It's really
Ooh,
hard.
what
He's no longer a vacuum anymore. I cannot keep him around in the kitchen while I drop scraps because it's too hard for him to grab.
Oh.
He's like, not worth it. I'll wait for my wet food.
Pretty much.
Poor baby.
But hey, welcome everyone to session 32 of Zholmyr Unbridled, our last of 2025. Wow. Well, we're really excited now to show you something we put together, 2025 in review. Michael, cue the video.
Daddy,
I
chill.
didn't do fucking shit. I didn't
No,
do
just
fucking
kidding.
shit.
I do fucking shit.
Daddy
My part.
But anyways, it has still been a pretty fun year of D&D for this group, I would say. I do remember they started the year having just come off of wrapping up the Seat of the Celestials. Y'all remember that?
Oh my god.
All the way back when?
Yeah, I can't forget it.
That
was
a
a
Yep.
different
I was still
time.
very much a sad boy.
You were very
I
much a
know,
sad
it
boy?
Sad.
Blasted by Vel.
Oh, yeah. Quite a lot of drama up
That's
there at the
still
Seat of the
relevant. That's
Celestials.
still very relevant.
Not
then
a
they
problem.
they made their way all the way down to find Jasper's daughter, which led to finding Jasper's wife, which led to uncovering some pretty dastardly shit that the Empire was doing, making their way all the way to Verkova, and we all know what happened in Verkova.
I didn't do fucking
Crazy,
shit.
crazy
I
shit.
didn't do fucking shit.
I don't think that's entirely accurate. And
Well,
now,
the shit he did do saved our asses, I think.
interesting,
Well,
isn't it?
I mean, I forced their hand. Unknowingly forced their
You
hand.
sure did.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Ain't it interesting? Ain't it just
Okay.
interesting?
It's all
But
scripted. It's all scripted.
yeah, I've been railroading the fuck
Clearly.
out of this crew from the get-go. So easy. But anyways, and now we wrap up the year all the way in the complete different corner of the continent from where they started, down in the Firian jungle. After having escaped Tilosari, they are now in the elven port city of Sie'le. And where we had the group last session was, thankfully, folks had a little bit of a chance to catch their breath after a very action-packed last, really only a few days to a week in the grand scheme of things by campaign time. But there were a lot of really great moments and opportunities last session once the party did in fact arrive in Sie'le after escorting the refugees back to the city. They were able to catch up a little bit with each other. We had some great conversations between Violet and her crew, between Davina and Velterra, between Velterra and Vol, between Velterra and Elaine. I mean, it just
Skynet.
it
and
just went all across the board. And where we ended last session was now High Speaker Orchid, who has since assumed the leadership position in the Triumvirate for the Ilbrian High Elves. She convened a council in Sie'le. She summoned representatives from different ethnic groups and other polities around the western part of the continent to try to basically figure out what the next steps are for the region, as you know, in what's the word? In response to the assault on Tilosari by the Delesian Empire and this massive escalation in this conflict. Not to mention, there's still, of course, the question of what happens next with this group in particular, after having completed the Seat of the Fae and receiving a few clues here and there about what might be coming next. The council now convenes with the party, the Nobodies, in attendance, as well as these representatives. And the last session ended with a very unexpected guest a representative from the Sie'le Wood Elves of the Northeast, breaking centuries of isolation and solitude to join the group for this discussion. And so we return back to that beach now, in that amphitheater where the group had gathered to the sound of crashing waves of the emerald tides, some rolling thunder in the distance as storm clouds gather. Yes, Jasper.
Did we get confirmation that this is the same Sie'le elf that Orchid had been conversing with? Like, we know that this is an actual emissary of the Sie'le elves.
You have not confirmed anything.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
The session merely ended with
She
her
showed up.
joining. Yes.
Very CW
So-
cliffhanger style.
1,000%. Oh, you know the shit I like, don't you? So,
Mm-hmm.
She's hot too.
to remind you, I don't know. To remind you,
What does she look like?
Jasper,
you
you're
the-
married.
you are a married
Not
man.
for- this is Michael asking.
What you had seen, to remind you, is you didn't see the elf first. You instead saw an extremely large wolf make its way towards the amphitheater. This wolf was referred to by the elf as Aurora. The elf herself came forward, covered in all sorts of different types of furs and leathers, and she introduced herself to the council as Taenia Lithoniel. She called herself a high priestess of Amrian, which is the largest city/gathering place, since the Wood Elves don't really have cities. The largest spiritual gathering place of the Wood Elves. And she, again, was joined by her wolf, Aurora. And she makes her way now towards you all seated in the amphitheater. She takes small but sophisticated steps toward you all, with her wolf following just one step behind on her right-hand side.
Where is Jasper in relation to Orchid?
In relation to Orchid, you are seated basically across from her. So she has convened the Council of Representatives in basically a semicircle, and you all kind of complete the other side of that semicircle to make a hole in this circular amphitheater style seating that's like carved right
So,
into the
like,
beach.
She's here, I'm here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Okay. That was all.
Okay. Tanya approaches the edge of the circle. She looks down at all of you seated in the recessed portion. And she goes, "Who here speaks for you?" And she kind of glances around, and others kind of glance around a little nervously. Orchid looks around at everybody for a second, and then she raises her hand, and she says, "I convened this conclave. I'm High Speaker Orchid of the Ilbrian. You are most welcome here, friend and cousin." The Wood Elf kind of stares, doesn't really give much emotion, and she looks down at the rest of you, and she says, "I see there is no space left for me." And Orchid kind of like looks, and she notices that you all had kind of filled in the space, more or less assuming that everyone there.
Noticing that, I will vacate my space, and I'll stand up from wherever I'm sitting or standing, and say, "You can take my spot, cousin," and I will actually take that opportunity to walk towards Orchid, to join to join Orchid across the semicircle.
Okay. You give up your seat. The elf gives kind of like a small nod, and she makes her way over, and she sits. Now, who's on either side? Who would have been on either side of Jasper?
Oh, man.
Val
I imagine
and
I
Elaine.
together. Yeah.
She sits and she faces forward, looking at Orchid, and she sits very stoically and doesn't seem to acknowledge any other at the moment. Good will kind
Violet's
of.
gonna lean over and try to see if she gets a smile if she leans over Elaine.
So you're trying to lean over Elaine and like get her attention?
Yeah, basically just see if she's like just trying to get a vibe check on her.
Okay. You lean over, she's staring at Orchid. She does a quick glance down to see like what has come into her periphery, and then she returns her vision to Orchid. I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything. I was just
Oh,
speaking to myself.
okay.
This just vibes. Vibes. Very.
Bye.
Love the vibes.
Yeah, bad vibes. Yeah.
Orchid will take a second now to look around at the entire group now gathered before her. And she says, "You are all most welcome here. There has not been a gathering like this in recent memory, perhaps for generations. I mourn the necessity that led to our coming together here on this stormy day. But we are at a precipice. The Ilbrian capital of Sie'le has been taken. Forces of the Delesian Empire, on order of Novar Balvisa, launched an assault on the city just yesterday morning. They have secured the city with troops and airships. My elves are doing the best they can to provide safe refuge to those who still can escape, and to give fight where we can, as best we can, to hold on to parts of the city for as long as possible. Unfortunately, I don't think it will be for very long. My people," and she kind of glances over to the elf seated next to her, Emerald, who is in charge of the city of Sie'le, and to you, Jasper. "My people have not known loss like this in ages. We have lost our High Speaker Tourmaline, a stalwart of our city and our people. But I choose to endure. And I look to all of you," and she kind of looks around to the group, "to help me, to aid me in understanding what this next chapter of all of our collective futures look like. Now, I think it's important for everyone here to know and to understand exactly what led us to this point." She now gestures to you all, except for you, Jasper, of course, who's seated next to her, but she gestures across to the rest of you, and she says, "This group of individuals has found themselves in the middle of a plot to unmake our world. They have seen and experienced things that few mortals in any lifetime on Zholmyr have. Their journeys have brought them into the purview of the pillars of our world, the pieces and the history. I invite you, she looks at you all, I invite you to share with this group what you have seen and what you know. The time for holding our cards close to our chest is over. I invite you to tell them the same story you told me in its earnestness and sincerity. And she turns to the rest of the group, the other ambassadors around her, and I invite you to inquire more from these individuals, as I'm sure you will have questions. But I'm convinced once we are all within understanding with each other, only then can we proceed and come up with a solution.
Can I just, so I will respond, but as I'm responding, what I'd like to do is tell me if this is possible. For most of the
Okay.
main players at the council, I'd like to do the surface level detect thoughts. And my goal is just a quick, are they with us or do they have some sort of ill intent? And I can focus it on different creatures. So I've got 1 minute to kind of like scan the council members here.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so Orchid.
You tell me if you're gonna need. Oh, never mind. They don't need.
No, if it's
no.
surface level, there's no rolls.
Yeah. No.
Right. So Orchid, she reads very sincerely the same way that basically what she's speaking. You know what I mean? Within her, there's a little bit of a. She's holding a strong front, but in her mind, there is a deep anxiety and a nervousness. She knows that there is a lot resting on her shoulders in this moment, but there is also a commitment to this is something bigger than myself, and if I can't get this done, I don't know what comes next for my people type thought. Emerald, the Ilbrian elf seated next to her, you sense in him a very similar anxiety, also this time directed at his city. He is very nervous that this is happening here at all. You can sense a dread in him of it happened in Tilo Asari, it could happen here. There's almost this reluctance to even be here and be part of the conversation, but there is at the same time an understanding that he doesn't have many options and he needs to keep his allies close as best he can. Chief Jogant, the Goliath that you met the evening prior, is almost giddy at the opportunity to be having this conversation. He, in his head, you get this sense of, I've been warning about this for years. I've been fighting this crusade on my own in the mountains. It's about damn time these people see what this empire does and what they stand for, and I am ready and willing to do what I can to assist. Miramim, the forest gnome, has in her mind less of an anxiety and more of a sadness. There is a shock that has not yet worked its way out of her system, and you can tell she still struggles to fully understand the weight and the magnitude of the situation that she has found herself. And there is a constant apprehension that that weight itself might be enough to crack her, and she is very heavily leaning on those here at this council to help her get through this. Ambassador to Lori, the Triton, in his surface thoughts, you can read the most skepticism within the group. He, too, is shaken by what has happened, but some of his surface level thoughts seem to pull at the idea of we are farther removed from this. We are out deep in the Scowgrave Sea. We may be able to escape this if we don't get ourselves involved.
Mm.
And then lastly, Tianya, her thoughts are interesting in the sense that, unlike a lot of the others here, she's not so much thinking in sentences or even necessarily emotions. She's almost thinking in images, in flashbacks. She's thinking about her people. She's thinking about her home. There are also images, flashes of widespread destruction and a fear associated with that.
Okay.
I will say I don't know how long that takes for her to collect.
I'd imagine, like, as
That's-
Orchid was doing that whole speech,
Okay.
Davina was doing that.
I was gonna say, because I probably, if depending on who steps forward first, I probably would have stepped forward, but if you cut me off, then you cut me off.
Oh, no, I mean, if you want to talk, go ahead. Yeah, because I was scanning before because I didn't want to repeat of what happened in Tilo. Sorry. So
Exactly. Yeah, Violet's thinking the same thing. So, Dav is reading their minds. I'm looking across all of their bodies to make sure that there aren't any more tattoos.
Give me a perception check.
Don't want
yeah,
another
and then I guess
Zorkan
while she
situation.
does that, I guess I will step forward then.
19 plus 7, so that's 26.
Okay, real quick. As everyone is talking, as Orchid is talking mostly, and as people are shuffling around in their seats, as seats get moved around and stuff, there is a lot of, like, you know, movement. Sleeves are getting rolled up and shuffled around. You zero in on every single wrist that you see. There is nothing. There's no gold circle. There's no golden band. There is no mark that is in any way, shape, or form similar to what you saw in Zircon.
Okay.
Okay. I will start by saying thank you all for meeting us. I know this isn't under the best of circumstances, but hopefully all of us putting our heads together can bring about the outcome that we want for our peoples and our home. Forgive me and my friends here if we're a little trepidatious about the amount of information that we share. The last time we were in front of a council such as this, there was a traitor amongst them. But suffice it to say, Counselor Orchid is right. We are in the midst of a plot, if you will. And not to sound too cliche or daunting, but we are working against actual dark forces greater than some of the people or pawns in the Empire that are acting out the wills of that dark force. I know there's a sense of fear with what's happening. But if you allow me and my friends we are going to do everything we can to right that. And I know some of you think, and I'm going to look right at, what's his name? The Titan, Tellery.
Yeah, Ambassador Talori. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to look right at him and say, as some of you may think that this doesn't or won't affect you. But the next object of power that we seek to gain before the Empire does is in the seas.
His
This
eyebrows
darkness is
raise.
gonna touch everyone. And so it's for everyone to fight it.
Make a persuasion check real quick.
Can I actually add? I want to add to this, so that maybe this.
Sure.
I would like to step forward and add to her, kind of speaking as she says this is going to affect everyone. I would like to step forward, and I would say, what's the name of the forest, the jungle again?
The Firian jungle.
I would step forward and I would look to everybody and I would say, to those of you from the Firian jungle, to the Heel Crush Mountains, even to our cousins to the north, this is a conflict that will not respect borders. You may wish to be isolationists, and I will look to my cousin from the north.
Tyrania.
Yeah, I would look to her and I would say, you may seek to avoid conflict. This is also, just to say, not metagaming. This is just like knowing that they are very isolationist.
Yeah.
You may seek to avoid conflict, but there is no avoiding what is coming next. What my friend says is true. She may be the best of what the Empire should have been, what it could be, but it is not that. What it seeks is to rip the soul from this world, and then I will look even harder at my cousin from the north. You may think what we do an aberration. You can only imagine the things that they wish to do with the soul of this world. If we allow them to continue with their machinations, if we allow them to continue to take ground, there will be nothing left of this world.
Well, I was going to say, Davina, roll with advantage with the help from Jasper. You already rolled pretty damn high,
Well-
but if you want to, you're welcome to roll
Wait.
a second.
And
Let's go.
and my modifier is 13, so it's a 32.
Holy shit, Davina.
Yes.
Mwah.
Davina, your words are spoken as Jasper speaks, and Davina, there's something powerful in this moment of having a Vila of Verkova and an Ilbrian High Elf of Tilo Asari speak so zealously together. You can visibly see, whereas the attendees of the conclave up until now have been a little sparse in terms of, like, you can, like, physically where their head's at, where their vision's at, like, their body language has been a little different. You can tell they are all zeroing in right now in this moment. You have their ear exclusively. In fact, the ambassador Talori leans forward and with almost a soft shake in his voice, which is very different from the snark you just heard him give moments ago before Tanya arrived. He says, "Can we expect these forces to attempt a venture out into our sea?"
Yes. soon if they haven't already made their way there. In truth, that's where we're headed.
I would, as you finish whatever you're gonna say next, I say, before we continue, uh, may everybody present their wrists. Everyone here.
Orchid looks at you for a second and then kind of looks around the group, and she'll begin. So she will throw out her arms, and in doing so, her sleeves will fly back a little bit, and she'll hold out her wrists, bare, free of marks. Miramim next will kind of see that and like almost immediately echo it.
Oh, Miramim, love her.
I love her.
She's just a little guy.
Love her.
Chief Jokin will then go next, and then slowly, one by one, everyone does extend their wrists forward.
With that, I think that Jasper. I think at that point I would motion for Davina to continue to speak, but he has words that he wants to say after. He knows that he serves best as an emphasis, not as the primary message deliverer.
Well, you've got the home turf advantage, so yeah,
I'm
I'm
just like,
definitely using that as backup.
I'm the emotional overture, whereas Davina is like the main, like, you know.
Main course.
Yeah,
She's the main
course. I'm the dessert. I'm what everybody loves, but she's what everyone remembers.
All right, go ahead, Davina.
Yeah, she's going to continue. We're in a race against the Empire to the next object of power, and it's all sources have told us that it is in the seas. And I'll look at Counselor Emerald. Is that it? Of Sie'le?
Sie'le? Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, honestly, your best bet for safety to keep your home, the people, and the refugees here safe is to aid us in getting out of here as quickly as possible, because part of what the Empire wants is what we currently have, which is keeping the fate of the world safe at the moment.
As she says that, I will move across the as she's speaking, actually, as she's like giving this, I'm gonna move across the semicircle to our group, and as she still has their attention, I will lean over to Violet and, in my most sincere way possible, will say, I love you, but can you leave?
I totally forgot.
Ooh.
In your head. Okay, 6 hours, we're connected. Jasper, what
We don't
the fuck?
in your head, you will hear, we don't know the extent to which he can see through you. We
My
cannot
eyes aren't black.
we
He
can't
can't.
we cannot risk our next moves being delivered to the enemy. I love you, but you must leave. I don't say I love you to many people. You have earned that. But you need to leave.
You just see a bunch of emotions go through Violet's face. Anger, frustration, and then she sort of settles into this acceptance, um, and deep sadness. Uh, okay, okay. But before I go, Should we show them what's at stake? I can show them what he can do. I am the evidence, Jasper, that none of you have.
I sit with it. I worry that showing them our weakness here means losing their alliance.
Weakness? What do you mean?
Violet,
I mean,
you are an unknowing mole. You you I love you and I know that you have no desire to side with the enemy. But showing that our enemy is able to take control of even our most stalwart allies does not does not breed
oh,
confidence.
Jasper, I'm not saying that I want Strock in this room for him to fully possess me. But I guess even if I use an ounce of his power, that's what he's doing, isn't it? It's
I won't even respond as you say that into my mind, and as Davina is speaking. Anyone else that's like looking at, if anyone is looking at me at this point, they I don't even respond to Violet. I just nod.
but he did this to me. You know I didn't choose this, Jasper,
I
right?
I know
Through
this.
every,
This is why I don't say I love you. I haven't even told Vel that I love him. You remind me so much of my daughter, and I want to protect you. But right now, I cannot have you here.
I I believe I understand.
As you get up, as Davina is still talking, as she gets up to leave, I'll come and embrace her. I will grab the back of her head and pull it into my chest, and in her head, she will hear, "This is not personal. We will fix this. You are loved, but right now you cannot be here."
Okay. We've said it a few times. I get it. I get it. I also love you too, Jasper. If you tell anyone that I told you that, I'm gonna say it was a lie. I love you too. And oh, he's taken so much from me. He's not going to take you from me. He's not going to take this group from me. I will be rid of him, Jasper. I'm going to get rid of him.
And as she says that, and as we pull out of the hug, I'll give her the same Ilbrian like salute of respect of forehead to forehead as as she turns to go.
I'll I'll lean into it. And in all of your heads, you will hear, um, we don't know what Straw can see through my eyes and through my experiences, through my soul, that he's corrupted. So I will be right outside.
Having seen the two of them weirdly looking at each other for a strangely long period of time, I like to imagine I have some idea of what's happening.
Uh,
Yeah.
And with her saying that, when she gets up to leave, Vel's gonna just get up and follow her out.
um, but Violet, you see like some tears running down her face, but she's gonna leave with a bit of a flourish. So she's gonna take one of her psionic daggers and she's gonna toss it at the door.
You're on an
and
open beach.
teleport yourself. Oh, there. Oh,
We're on a
okay.
beach
Just
right
kidding.
now, yeah.
Okay.
There's not really a
Um,
door for you to walk out of.
Into
Everything
the
is, like,
into
There's
the
like a tree
sand?
trunk. There's like a
Oh.
palm tree trunk.
and there's a tree. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna throw the dagger as I'm upset. I'm crying. I am coming to the realization of what has been done to me and what it means for the party. So I'm gonna throw the dagger as far as I fucking can. I don't care where it goes, and I'm gonna teleport myself in that
some
direction.
NPC just ah.
As she does that, I'm gonna use elementalism and just kick up some sand behind us so people don't see her being upset. And I'm just gonna walk to wherever it was that she teleported. I'm gonna take a long walk to wherever she is.
And so,
So Davina, in this entire speech as you're giving it, you see Jasper leave his spot on the other side of the circle.
well,
Come
it's
over
not like
to Violet.
my leaving the spot in the circle is a little more inconspicuous, as like we're
No, I know.
we're circling because like she's taking the center, I'm taking the center, so I'm just like starting to move back towards the group. It's not like I'm just like
No, 100%.
Wanted.
But you see him go over. They stare intently at each other. They touch foreheads. Violet starts to cry. She gets up, leaves, and then you hear her speak in your head.
and this
As
is all
Belterra
as
follows.
you're finishing your bit. So I
Yeah.
wish as she's not wish as I wait as she leaves, once she's out of earshot, I will move to the center of the circle and kind of gesture to everyone and say, we have spoken of places and seats of power. You may not know what that means, and you don't necessarily need to. But
A voice from across the circle. Tainia speaks up and she goes, "The seats of the stewards."
I will lock eyes with her and I will say, you're familiar. Our enemy
Those-
seeks the seats of the stewards. We have thwarted them at least one and most of the other. The other lies with our friends to the west.
All eyes shoot and lock on Ambassador Talori as she stares at you, eyes open.
The last thing we can afford is for the Delesian Empire to have their hands on more of what the stewards have left behind. We have thwarted them in Tilo Asari by mere hours, minutes. We cannot be as close next time.
Tainia leans forward and she addresses you as well as pretty much the entire rest of the group. And she says, "If this gathering is aware of the steward races, the power they held, and the seats they left behind, then I must apologize on behalf of all of the Chalith. We have failed at guarding this secret and keeping it safe." She'll glance around again. She'll take a breath. For those who aren't aware, the steward races were the first beings to walk on this world. Some say they came from an entirely different world. We know they are born of Zholmyr, born of the ones who shaped this world at creation. They were gifted immense power over the world around them. and helped turn Zholmyr into a paradise. The Celestials, with the power to command the sky and to destroy the energy of the world when it became too much. She'll glance at Orchid, the Fae, the beings of the land, with the power to create life in this world. And then she'll glance at Ambassador Talori, and she'll say, and the Nereids, the wise denizens of the deep, with the power to shape and twist and mold the energy of this world so it flowed as freely as the currents of the sea. Their seats were the font of their power and the holding place of the gifts they received. My people have known this. We have tried to keep this knowledge secured, knowing that though the stewards may have left this world, the seats they left behind still contain important traces of their power. Not only that, but can potentially offer connection to the most primal energy of this world itself. She'll look at the remaining members of the party, Jasper, Elaine, and Davina, and she'll say, you have experienced this power.
Not only have we experienced this power, we have experienced what gave life to the steward races.
She kind of holds her breath as if waiting for you to finish.
Will you allow me a moment? Will all of you allow me a moment?
You can see their attention is fixed.
I will walk to Davina. I will motion over for Elaine to join.
I'll rise and I'll join them at the center.
I will whisper as quietly as audibly possible to Davina. For the love of God, please tell me that it is you and not Vel who has the seeds at this exact moment.
I'm just going to look at him very solemnly and give a slight nod.
What? No, I will. When you say that, I will just exhale just a big sigh of relief. But you're free to respond.
Why do you want? What is your plan here, Jasper?
Why do you need to know?
What do you
need to know? I need it.
Where we go next, Davina, they are coming too. We cannot bring the seeds with us. If there is anyone who will defend them to the death, it is my Orthodox cousins to the north. If we want their allegiance in this, I can think of no better place for the seat of the Fae than with the most, albeit stubborn, but devout people of the land.
Can I do a subtle look over my shoulder at Tayenya and try to get a read on her again?
Sure, go ahead and make...
Basically what I'm trying to get is if she's with us without having to give her the seeds.
How many are there?
Yeah,
There's-
go ahead. And that would, I would say that'd probably be perception. Or no, insight. Give me insight. Sorry, insight.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20. She is holding on to every word that Jasper says. Almost to a point of waiting for that one piece to truly latch onto. Almost as if she's waiting for the right thing before she
Theo, I
can
hate you so
fully.
much.
Girl, you rolled.
No, you,
I
bitch, you right the wrong.
I don't like the truth. I don't want to know what happens.
Who
did that?
Who had the fucking shot? Who had the shotgun fucking emote?
That's not a shotgun. How dare you? That's the slide of a pistol.
Oh
Right?
wow!
Oh my
Sorry, I'm not a
God.
fucking Republican. You know.
Yeah, you dumbass. You freaking
Hey,
Oregon
if you want to
liberal
adequately
dumbass.
legislate gun control, you've got to understand the guns you're trying to control.
Emotional damage.
What does Davina say to Jasper in this moment?
You, God damn you all! You put her in such a pickle.
Woo, we love a pickle.
I actually hate pickles.
You
but I
loves a
love this
pickle.
This is like a
I love
freshly
pickles.
brined pickle. It's not like soaking in
A half
vinegar for
pickled
months.
cucumber.
Yeah. Oh my god, where it's like mostly just
Ooh.
like salt and water, you know? Where it's not,
Pickled
like,
cucumber, I hate to tell you, is just a pickle.
That's pickle.
Yeah.
No,
but
it's a
like-
half
a
pickled
pickle.
cucumber. It's not
Oh,
fully
half
pickled
pickle.
yet.
Davina
I
gets
see.
it. Davina
Sad
gets it.
pickle.
Davina gets it.
Okay, Davina is gonna take a deep breath. She's gonna pinch the bridge of her nose, and she's gonna look at Jasper and say, "I'm not comfortable letting these seeds go at all. We've already traveled with the feathers. How absolutely sure are you that we absolutely need to do this? The
How-
circle has people everywhere.
how-
That's what I'm fucking worried about. We
How
cannot trust."
close- How close were we to losing everything down there? How close? We cannot concentrate everything within this small group of people. When I tell you that these people scare even me, these people will dig their heels in. Everybody, to the last woman and child, will die before they let the Delesian Empire get their hands on, quite literally, the birth of their people. The Tilo-Asarians are heathens compared to these people.
I'm going to give you a smirk and I'm just going to say, well, they haven't met me yet. And then I'll turn to everyone in the council and I'll say out loud, I was born and raised in the Empire. I was bred and built and taught so that I could play their games and scheme and become part of the problem we're now facing. I know at what lengths they will go to get what they want firsthand. And I don't think we have the luxury or the time to sit here debating about what comes next other than finding the next seat and protecting it. My friends and I have already proved we're more than capable. Let us continue on doing this with your support, and that way we could end this as soon as possible. I know that's way oversimplifying things. But if we sit here arguing over who has what power and what object and who's doing this and who's doing that, nothing will happen and the Empire will move on. And before we blink, they will have gotten what they've wanted. And make no mistake that they are pawns, avatars, conduits for the real power, the evil in the world that is using them to get what it wants.
As she says this, I'm assuming Hazel's not here. Yeah. As she says this, I will hang my head for the first bit of it, thinking back on what Hazel has said to me about my visions of the I am terrible at names. The god of
Reline?
Of the god of Reline and what she stands for, and what Hazel said about taking a stand when you need to take a stand. And this is one of those moments, and I will look to the sky and I will make a silent prayer that I am doing the right thing. And as she says that, as Davina finishes her speech, I will step in and say, with that being said, as a gesture of faith to our cousins in the north,
Are you going to do it?
we cannot knowingly go into our next conflict holding exactly what our enemy wishes to hold.
Davina's eyes widen as she turns to look at you.
We offer, in exchange for your assistance in this conflict, the future home of the Seed of the Fae.
Davina, what do you do?
Davina's gone.
If I'm being honestly above game, if I'm being honest, not the place of a Delesian Empire person to decide what happens to the Seed of the Fae, but you know,
I don't think that's
I said what I said.
Jasper's on strike 2 of monumental fuck-ups for Davina.
Not a mine. I think this is one where, like, the first one, Jasper's like, he fucked up. This one, he's like, this one I stand behind.
Again, I simply, just as a passive observer, must point out what I love about this group is the veracity at which the pendulum swings.
so far.
Not 30 seconds before Jasper had Violet forehead to forehead. I love you so much.
I love you.
And I respect you.
Yeah,
and
what
this
the
is
heck?
why we have to do this. And 30 seconds, he was like,
you know what the difference
Davina,
is? You know what the
I
difference
don't fucking
is?
care what you said.
You know what the difference is? Violet accepted that she needed to do what needed to be done, and Davina thinks she can do it all. And in this particular case, Jasper, knowing how close we all came to dying and giving over everything, does not believe in this group as much as he does a violent and very staltworthy people.
Hang on, real quick. I'm not there, so this is out of game.
Yeah.
Did we not, as a group, discuss reestablishing the seed
Yes.
with the...
Yes, we did.
Okay. I thought we had at least discussed it. Like
we
I don't.
talked about
wait.
it. Davina did not seem on page with it. And
Oh, okay. Maybe I missed that part.
Okay, remind me, when did we discuss?
right.
When we
basically-
were talking about like what the next steps were, I think we were talking about going up to and forgive me for not knowing the name of
I
the
recommended
city off the
going
top
up
of
to
my
the taiga. I remember.
yes.
And we
To
were like,
give them the seeds.
we were like,
I thought.
we can't make the detour.
Right.
But now that they're
But
here,
now that
yeah.
they're here,
So just for everybody to like making sure we have continuity of understanding, I believe we at least discussed it as a possibility. This isn't like out of left field from what I
agree.
understand.
Yes.
Okay.
accurate.
So I guess the question is, does Davina trust this count?
That is a different.
That's
That's
a
a different
completely
question,
different
for
thing.
sure. Yeah.
That's a
Right,
completely
exactly.
different
So maybe
thing.
that's why
Just for
Davina
the
isn't
sake-
sharing.
But
Yeah.
Yeah. For the sake of understanding.
Jasper is
Yeah.
building on what we already had discussed, which was bringing it up to the taiga
Right.
and letting them reestablish the seat.
Yes.
And I was giving Davina the opportunity to agree in that before I unanimously said it, and she did not.
Mhm.
And I am going ahead with doing it anyway. I just to make it clear to the to the room to chat what's happening right now.
But yeah. Just for
Okay.
my own continuity, I believe it was
We
at
did
least
discuss-
discussed.
It was discussed.
Okay, yes. I do have it in my notes here.
You have
So, yes. I do recall Davina thinking maybe that's not the best option while we were having that discussion. So yes.
Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Anyway, as you were.
Okay,
Man,
the
where's
words
my
are
popcorn?
said.
Words
This
are
is
said.
so good.
The words are said. Davina, do you have any immediate response or reaction?
I will, knowing the importance of public appearance and unified front, Davina is going to quietly pull out the seeds and hand them over to Jasper. And she's going to very, very quietly as possible, whisper to him, the consequences of this are not my responsibility. And she's gonna go, like, take a step back and take a back seat. She's
I'll
done
nod,
presenting.
I'll silently nod. In like the, I will nod to you. I can't speak to you. Actually, it's not a million-way conversation. It's only through Violet, right? Yeah. So I will.
Violet's not even there. She's like, you tell Jasper.
You
Tell
tell
him.
Jasper.
So Strzok is
That's
still
not
getting
an
all the
owl.
info.
What? Actually, I will say. What does because as you walk towards me, because I walked away from you as I said this. As you walk towards me to give me the seeds, what am I seeing from Davina? Like, what do I see on her face? What is her demeanor?
She's
what
definitely
is-
got her politician's face on. She knows she's in the public eye right now, that we've got to put on a good front to get help and support. But I mean, since you're actively looking, I would say you can definitely see a little bit of fire in her eyes and a little bit of a stiffness to her back in the way she's walking towards you.
I'll accept that. That's fair.
Not necessarily happy. I'm sure Jasper is aware, but again, she's going to play nice in front of the council.
I will accept the seeds. And
Okay.
I will move to. I will make a ceremonious offer of moving towards. What's the ambassador's name?
The
Tiana?
Wood Elf?
Yeah,
The Wood Elf?
The Wood Elf.
Tianya?
Tayenya. I will move towards Tayenya. And before handing them over, I will say, By what means did you come to us today?
She'll look at you and she'll say, I traveled through the most ancient of networks, the great trees that have called this land home for millennia.
I know your people do not believe, nor in some circumstances suffer the existence of the Arcanists of the New Age. Would you be willing to take one with you to establish a means of travel for me and my companions to quickly come to your aid in the circumstance where the new seat is threatened?
So just to clarify, you're saying take one of what?
Someone who can establish a teleportation circle.
Oh, you're trying to get her to do a teleportation circle. Make a persuasion roll on that.
Yee.
Alright, let me pull up them.
Stay in your lane, Jasper.
I know, dude. It's a +1 probably. I think.
Ah.
So it's gonna
So persuasive.
probably gonna be a straight roll, but we'll see what I decided to, as D&D Beyond rolls loaded skills. Hey, I gave myself fucking not expertise. What's the below
Proficiency?
that one?
Proficiency?
Proficiency. So it's +5. Thank you very much.
Ooh,
Our proficiency
not
is
as
+4
terrible as I
now.
thought it was going to be.
Dang.
Easy. Fucking easy. 23.
All right,
So
don't get
that's
too cocky. Oh, all right, that's pretty
18,
good.
23.
Davina's like, what do you even need me for?
Like this one time where I'm talking to my own peoples, and they're like,
Meanwhile,
you can
Davina's
talk
getting
to
attacked
fucking
and
elves.
scared from
you
a
can talk to
Yeah.
fucking elves.
Davina's getting
She
really
looks-
scared from a dragon. She's like, Jasper, save me.
She looks at you and she says, well, I can understand the significance of wanting to ensure efficiency between us and our new respective positions. You must understand, I worry. If I open the door to you, I open the door to the entirety of the world and shirk centuries of tradition amongst the Chalith.
I would accept placing it in a heavily guarded room, behind lock and key, behind whatever measures you deem necessary. But in the case where we need to lend aid and we do not have a druid with us, we must be able to come to your aid. I do not feel comfortable offering you this in any other way. As much as I am willing to relinquish power and relinquish responsibility of this seat, what my friend has said, what Davina has said of us to this point being capable of handling and protecting what has come of these seats, I accept that this is not necessarily sustainable, and I am offering to relinquish some power. But as people who have the most knowledge on what is going on and have the most experience with what is going on, you must accept some level of outside interference.
You can tell she is conflicted, The information that you are sharing with her, she understands. It is now barging forward and bumping up against tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you to make another persuasion roll. The first one that you rolled already had a DC of 20. This one has a DC of 25.
That's not possible then. No, it's not possible.
You could
Wait,
crit.
no,
Do
I
I-
could crit. I could crit. I got.
You
Do
could
I
crit.
see her struggling? Like to.
Oh,
to
yeah. Like, this is in
accept-
full view of the entire council. Yes.
Roll, you could
I'll
crit.
just-
Do it.
No, Davina may withhold the bardic just to make me auto fail.
I will step up and I will say, if you would rather close yourself off to the world for the sake of tradition and its hour of need, so that you could be the last one standing and look around and ask for help yourself, only to find that there's none left, then by all means, no need to help us out.
Davina, you go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Ooh. Cut
Damn.
'em.
That would not have been. That would not have gone well.
That was
I would have gotten a.
What was the DC? 25?
25.
25.
26, baby!
Yes.
I rolled a
Sorry.
13 on the die.
I rolled a 12 on the
Hard.
die, and it would have been a 17. So.
Oh gosh. Dang.
Her
Megan.
eyes
Megan.
widen as you say that, Davina. You have cut through her like a knife in this moment. She looks at you, turns to look back at Jasper, and to both of you, she says, to blindly follow tradition, one could argue, got us into this mess. There are a lot of others besides myself that will be responsible for making this happen, but I give you my promise today. I will do what I can to the full extent of my influence to initiate this.
Now, question for the DM.
Yes.
To establish a teleportation circle, does one have to have seen the teleportation circle themselves, or just know that it exists?
I've got it.
You have to have a knowledge of what it looks like. It can be a picture, like a drawing, but you have to
know
I
the
believe,
runes.
Yeah.
around it.
So then.
It's like you've spent 5 minutes
Yeah,
with it or something like that.
I just have to know the unique signal sequence,
Mhm.
sigil sequence for that location.
Okay. Then. I guess I probably wouldn't know that, but I will say to her, me and my compatriots. Actually, before I confer to this, do your druids have a tree on our farthest west coast that is capable of travel?
Do you mean farthest east coast?
No, farthest
Or west?
Farthest west.
Otherwise, farthest west? She'll say,
Sorry, Jasper, are you trying to get to like the sea for the next seat?
Yeah, the sea for the next seat.
You would probably know that Davina is from Nazina and she has sigils for Nazina, which is further than the jungle, further west than the jungle.
Further west than the jungle. Okay. So if we get there and we establish a teleportation circle, we can just teleport from the circle that we establish in the taiga.
Yes, they also said that they have one here in Sie'le. I'm gonna fuck it up. Sie'le.
Sie'le, yeah. Correct.
Okay. I will then say to her, in this case, I think if you are willing to offer that regardless of how our negotiations go, you are able to transport us back here in the case we are not able to establish a transportation circle. Then we can accompany you to what's the actual taiga called?
It's the Great Taiga.
It's literally just called the Great Taiga.
Mm-hmm.
We can follow you to the Great Taiga, establish the teleportation circle, and go about our ways and leave you with the seeds. In the chance that your peoples do not allow the teleportation circle to be established, you provide us passage back here, and we go about our way. Is this amenable to you?
This is agreeable, yes, of course. This is the least we can do. I must say, I cannot let this moment pass without acknowledging the significance of this. You will be the first foreigners to pass north into the Great Taiga in over 4,000 years.
Do you have the authority to allow this?
She'll ever so slightly raise her chin, and she'll say, I do. As High Priestess, I wield considerable influence over the workings of the Sie'le. It is what led them to send me here today.
I will look back at Davina and at Elaine and symbolically look off into the distance towards where Violet and Volterra walked off. And I will say, I accept all responsibility of what happens while we are within your land.
Davina's gonna think to herself, like, what are you you expecting me to commit an assassination?
You know what they say, like, cheaters are always paranoid that everyone else is going to cheat. Well,
Once a cheater, always a cheater. Sorry, Ariana.
once an assassin, a regicide assassin, always a regicide
Always
assassin.
regicide.
Once you
Yeah,
once
I
you murder
agree.
one head of a people, you just like it's like little
You're
tic
just that
tacs.
guy.
It's just
It's just a slippery slope.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Let those dominoes
Heads of
fall.
state are just like tic tacs. You just pop them when you want.
Oh my god.
Oh
Tanya,
my god.
Tanya is going to stand at this point, and she's going to say, the Sie'le agree to join in the efforts and contribute help where we can, especially amongst these individuals. I must also share with you, I was most curious to come down and learn more, because perhaps we may also have something of importance to offer you beyond just another home for the seat of the Fae. As I mentioned, the Sie'le have known about the steward races and their seats for quite some time. She'll kind of glance around as if she's going to judge the reactions from the others. We also have a great deal of information regarding the Pentamont,
Oh.
the great beings who make up the power of Zholmyr. It's knowledge that, well, is considered treacherous and punishable by death in many parts of this world. But it may prove useful. We have knowledge of Ador, Venerin, Aenean, even Strock.
As she says Strock, I will say, do your peoples and does your homeland have ways of keeping Strock's influence out, regardless of circumstance?
After millennia living amongst the elements, the Chalith are experts at guarding ourselves against too much of any influence from any one member of the Pentamont. It is a learned skill, but a skill we do in fact possess.
Are you able to rid those of Strock's influence?
Of those who wish to be rid of it, it can be taught.
And if a person who does not wish to be rid of it comes into your land, are they still capable of being influenced by Strock? Or is there a blanket of resistance that you're able to apply?
She looks at you for a second and narrows her eyes.
As she narrows her eyes, I will attempt to decipher. I will say, our greatest enemy is an agent of Strock. The one who fought us for these seeds that I offer you in the original seat of Tilo Asari was an agent of Strock. We struck him
That was
down.
politically elf
He
answer I've ever heard.
Only lived because Strock wished it so. So I only ask, not only, but I ask in the sense that if he invades your land, will Strock be able to see through his eyes?
She'll take a second and she'll say, Strock can permeate into even the darkest and most obscure of corners in this world, including the corners of our very soul. It is possible, yes. But what most people don't understand is he already exists in so many places where it is uncomfortable for us to understand that he's been there the whole time. He is as much a part of the fabric of this world as anything else.
Do you know, it seems you have experience with those afflicted with a connection to Strock. Is that true?
Yes, we have come across those who manifest more of his presence than others. It's true.
Do you know, is it possible to know the extent to which he sees? Does he have to have direct control? Or is he omniscient through their eyes in some way? Asking for a friend. I don't actually say that. I don't actually say that.
All
It
hypothetical.
depends.
I just theoretically want to know.
It depends much on the vessel. Oh god, let me see.
This bitch been reduced to a vessel.
That's good, that's good, that's good,
Wait,
that's
I
good.
haven't seen anything. I've been so in RP. I feel like
Come
I've been really
on.
good this time, guys.
So good. So good. Oh.
No, I don't trust you, girl, but I do protect and I do attack.
That's insane.
Oh my god, all of these.
How Eric manages to find the perfect meme format every time. It's truly an art form that should be taught in schools.
Ah.
Oh my god. Anyway, she looks at you and she says, "It depends much on the vessel. Strock can only invade so much of an individual before he loses them to his hunger. It does not benefit him nor his host to cross that boundary."
So he relies on self-reportion.
He relies on a willingness of his hosts to foster his disease. He offers much to them, whether true or an illusion, to better curry their favor. And once he's got a strong enough hold on them, it does become much more difficult for them to release him. Even if their allegiance shifts. That is the risk. The most devoted of Strock know this, and they are careful in their dealings.
I see. So cutting Strock's influence from a person could prove fatal if said connection has progressed too far.
If done in an ill-cautioned way, yes.
I think the rest of this conversation can be had after this council, but I will look to Davina and Elaine, am comfortable with moving forward with these terms. And I will say only if my compatriots are as well.
I'll give a slight nod.
If Elaine nods as well, then
Yeah.
I will turn. What was the Goliath's name as well?
Chief Jogant.
Jogant. I was gonna say Jorhas, and I was like, that's definitely critical role. Not the same thing. Jorgant. I will turn to Orchid, and I will say, with that, shall we say, existential matter settled, shall we turn to the more local issue of the Delesian presence? Chief Jorgant, I believe you may have some words on the current occupation of the Delesian Empire. And as I give him the floor, knowing that it's gonna he's gonna cause a stir, I will start heading back. I will start heading back towards Davina and Elaine.
Okay. He'll sort of busts up his shoulders, and he goes, "Yes, all of this talking about this hubu-jubu, it is time to get to the real heart of the matter."
Right in the smack of the dab.
Right in the smack of the dab. But before we do that, real quick, Violet and Velterra.
Oh, yes. Well, you guys talk.
Yeah.
I need to go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. Oh, he's pooping.
He's
Like
definitely
crack
pooping.
code.
It's a gnarly one.
Best of luck to you, good sir. Jasper's off on his own adventure.
Velterra and Violet, when you had exited you found yourself towards the edge of what can best be described as almost like a pier. It is a long wooden plank that sort of extends around the very edge of the city of Sie'le. There are a couple benches scattered there. And right now, at this point, as it's kind of later in the evening, as dusk is slowly falling, it's still kind of stormy and gray. There are loads of lightning bugs and other bioluminescent creatures that kind of rise up out of the water, the canals that still funnel their way through some of the low brush around the area. And you both find a bench that you can sit on outside. Is there anything that you're hoping to do in this moment?
First thing would be she teleported to where she threw her dagger as far as she could, so it's going to take me a little minute. She sits down, and eventually I come up behind her and sit down next to her.
I don't think Violet's even sitting. So you said that it's like a dock, like a plank.
Yeah.
Okay, so Violet's gonna go to the very, very end, and she's gonna kneel at the end of that dock.
Okay.
Whenever Vel makes his way there, he'll go wherever she is at the end of it, and he'll just sit on the edge of it, with his feet hanging off.
They'll go back.
Are you kidding me? I was looking for an excuse to leave. I hate those meetings.
Yeah, but you're not at risk of being a spy for Strock, so you can at least, participate, have a seat at the table, be there for our friends. Your Davina listens to you. You calm Jasper down. You have the trust of Elaine. You just think, well, I know what you think of me, that I'm just a brat of the Empire, that I'm just insufferable. And so you should just go back there and just leave me here.
You could be a brat and insufferable and still be worth my time.
I think that's the nicest thing you've said to me yet.
Look, I'll tell you a secret. I don't entirely blame you for everything that's happened with you and Strock.
Just gonna give you some side eye.
I have a very deep connection with the Pentamont as well, though I think I lean a little bit away from Strock of the five, to be honest. But Venerin is who I connect with. I mean, to me, Venerin is the parent of the Earth Ganassi.
Okay, so you're a heretic too.
Well, that is true, yes. One of the many reasons the Empire and I do not get along. But I get it. I mean, there's a primal connection between us and the Pentamont. The Soul Shepherds are somebody's creation. Somebody invented them. They aren't the true creators. They're not the true soul of this world. That, to me, belongs to the Pentamont. And Strock is a part of it, as much as that can be a problem. I mean, he is a part of it, and there is that primal connection still, so I get it. I just think maybe we need to introduce you to some of the others.
Well, my schedule's open for those meetings, Vel. Wide open. I didn't choose Strock, I didn't even know it was him at first when I made the deal. And I guess I haven't really told you the story, have I?
I don't know if you have.
It's just Dab and Elaine who know, but I didn't choose him. He found me, or I guess I crossed paths with him, and Listen, this is what happened. I was on a job for Dav. Early days. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. She said, "Hey, Violet, I have a job you need to do out in the wilds." And I told her I could do anything. So I took it and I went out on my own. And at that point, Vel, I had just escaped from I had just escaped from the Empire. I grew up my whole life never thinking I would leave those golden walls, the golden palace, the golden prison. I didn't have a life of my own. It was everything. I did everything my parents told me to do. I was being shaped into this person that they wanted me to be, and I never had a choice about who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. I met Dav. She got me out. You know, she has a way of doing that and making the impossible possible. And so I was trying to find my own way, find my own path, be my own person. All I've ever wanted is just figure out who I am, have a taste of freedom outside of the empire. And so while I was on this job, I heard a voice in my head. Okay, I know, not a good sign of things to come, but I heard
The one to be
someone in
criticizing listening to voices in your head.
that's right. And they can be Val, exactly, they can be good voices. They don't have to be, dark, evil God voices. So I I listened to the promises that were being made, and they were sweet, sweet promises. He knew how to get into my head. He knew how to get into my heart, into my soul. He promised me a future of my own, not bound to any house, not bound to what my family expected of me. Marriage, ugh, following my father's footsteps. I didn't want any of that. So struck, again, I didn't know it was him. He showed me. He showed me who I am now with this purple in my hair, this tattoo on my shoulder that represents my house. He showed me a version of myself that I could step into on the bow of a ship that was mine with the wind in my hair. He said I made this promise I could have that. Of course, with a little bit of a cost. He didn't tell me what that was, and I didn't care because my whole life I wasn't given opportunities like this. I had to take them, so I took it. It worked out for a while. I mean, I became one of Dav's best friends, but also just fucking good at what I do. I found Elaine and I found my own family outside of anything that I had ever dreamed was possible. And so I escaped one prison to apparently have fallen into another. Do you know how fucking awful that feels? I don't have a choice anymore. The choice I thought I had, it's all a lie. He can control me. He can do whatever he wants to me. He's slowly chipping away at who I am, not just my body, but my soul.
It's
So
true,
yeah, if
but that doesn't mean you don't have a choice.
I think it does though. I I mean, not even Jasper wanted me in that room. I didn't have the choice to stay.
You did. Jasper's just very persuasive.
I mean, not if it means
But you knew
sometimes.
he was right, and you made the choice to leave. Nobody pushed you out. Nobody carried you
It's not
out.
what I wanted. So
Freedom doesn't mean doing whatever you want. It means you have the option. And making that choice in that moment was your choice. If Strzok had wanted you to stay, if he had wanted to listen to what was going on there, you'd be there. It was your choice. You left because you knew that that was what was most important for us right now.
And my next choice is going to be rid of him, Val.
And I believe you. Because as much as you may think that I think you're a brat or whatever, I've also never in the time
Tolerable brat.
I've never in the time we've known each other known you to back down, known you to give up. And that's not something that Strzok gave you. Matter of fact, it's something Strzok would have tried to take from you. But you have it still. That's who you are. So, we'll figure it out. We'll push him out. We'll block him off, whatever that entails. But right
Maybe
now,
just
you
not
just
cut
keep
him out.
making... What's that?
Let's just not cut him out.
Look, we will find a way to separate the two of you. But like I said, for now, just keep making the decisions you're making. You're doing the right thing for yourself, for us, for the world. Not to be dramatic. And I know that's you. So...
I love being dramatic.
No, yeah, well, that too.
So if I have to, save the world, and in order to save the world, I have to save myself, then yeah, that's a choice I will make, and it will be the right one. But I'm worried, Val. I'm worried about losing a part of myself to Strzok. I'm worried that I won't be as useful to the party if I don't have the powers that he's granted me. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to lose this power.
Look, I found all new abilities within myself after the accident with me and Bull. So I get it. I don't know how long that'll last. I don't know why it even happened, right? But all I can do is use what I have in my toolbox, and that's one of them. And whatever happens, if we're able to separate, when we're able to separate Strzok from you, his influence from you, we'll figure out what's left. And I'm pretty confident it's not going to be nothing. But it will be you. And that's what's most important.
Yeah, okay. Just
Say, how'd you throw that dagger that far earlier? That was pretty cool.
Well, let's not talk about the daggers right now, because if I lose Strzok, I could possibly lose that ability. So let's not focus on that.
Well, then why did you give away the dagger wrist thing? That thing was sick. Should have kept that
I
one.
still have one.
Okay, well, good.
I just felt like Juniper needed it more than me. I'm trying to make sure she stays alive.
Well, that's literally been my entire relationship with Jasper up to this point. So I get it. Making sure his family's alive.
Just, you're lucky, Vel, that in whatever the hell happened to you with Vol, that you ended up with a kind God inside of your head,
Don't call Vol a
rather
god.
than
Give him a bigger ego. We don't need that. But look, you talked about freedom. You talked about where you wanted to go to. And you went to the wilds. And the wilds are aptly named. I'll say that much. but they are the last true embodiment of freedom in the world. I mean, the wilds are the natural energies, they're the natural environment of the world that's untouched to this point for the most part, from harvesting, cultivation, from manipulation. And you lost yourself a little bit in it, and that's okay. But there's a phoenix and fire analogy there somewhere, right? You went into it and you got burned. Trust me, so did
Corrupted.
I.
Corrupted.
Look at me. Look at Dav, right? We've all got the scars from this kind of thing. You're not the only one who's going to be left battered and broken. But look at what Dav's done. Is there anyone else you'd rather have with you on this whole crazy bullshit? You think because she lost her arm, that means shit?
No, I think her losing her arm may have been one of the best things that's ever happened to her.
I have a feeling you're going to say the same thing about you once this is done.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what scars I have left after Strack is gone. As long as I still have my soul, he hasn't taken it. So can we do it now, Val? Can we just like I want to get it taken care of.
Shock?
This. This. I want the next thing we do is to get him out of me.
I think that is the next step. That's the best option we have. Because again, if we want to keep doing this, we're going to need you. And we're going to need you without him. So, yeah, that's where we're headed next.
Yeah. Okay. Without him and maybe a second bracer.
Yeah, that might help.
Nope. Can't use that term
And
anymore. It's very
but can you tell me more about what's the other god's name? Valarith?
Venerin?
Venerin.
Venerin is
Yeah,
the stone to Strzok's shadow, right? You've got stone, storm, shadow, sea, and sky. That's the Pentamon. And they each have their own names, right? Strzok is shadow, Venerin's stone, so on and so forth. But I don't know. I think, and Theo, correct me if I'm mispronouncing, Ador?
Ador.
Ador? I think Ador might be one worth looking into for you. He's the sky, and there's something about that just screams freedom to me. So I don't know. Maybe there's a connection there.
I'm
And
just
hey,
gonna stare up at the
the
sky.
sky, the stone. If we weren't opposites, right? Would we ever get along?
Violet's just gonna chuckle and look up at the sky and just I'm gonna put my head on your shoulder. Be like, and can you tell Vol I'm sorry?
I can do
I don't
that.
want to frighten him. I don't want to
Do
scare him.
me, do me this favor. He can hear you. He's always listening, for the most part.
Oh God, that's what Strock's doing, isn't it?
I don't know. We don't know. But Vol's in my head, so I always know where he's at. Make a promise to me and Vol that we're friends, and friends don't try to hurt each other. And I know we've had some issues with that, you and me specifically. But friends do whatever they can to help each other. So let's make a promise between us and Vol right now that we are friends.
I promise that we are friends. I promise that I will not, of my own conscience, hurt anyone in this party. And I promise that I will do everything in my power to get rid of Strzok.
What do you think, buddy?
Tell Violet, I promise to help shine the light that beats back the shadow and leads her out of the dark.
I'll convey that back to you as well.
Thank you, Vol. Really,
And while
really.
while we're sitting here for a little while after that, I'm gonna just pick up a stone for a minute and just kind of fiddle with it in my hand for a bit, and then I'm gonna catapult it and I'm gonna skip it way off into the distance into the ocean.
How many skips?
It's
How
gonna
many
go.
skips?
It's gonna go. And it goes so far that you end up actually you lose track because it's still skipping even after you send it.
It's like a Hercules skip.
Yes, exactly.
I think as they're having this conversation and we were finishing up in the council chambers, as Jasper turns to the chief to let him let loose, I will grab Elaine's hand and kind of eye Jasper to, allow him to follow if he wants to or not, or stay with, finish up with the council.
It was very much a give over domestic issues to everyone else.
Okay. Then I'll grab Elaine's arm and I'll look at Jasper, invite him to come with us if he wants. And Elaine and I will go try to find Violet.
All right, you go ahead and head out. As you turn to leave, the chief is basically loudly detailing his plan of attack. He's like, "This is my 2-point plan. We come down from the mountains and we smash the city."
I will let them. I will actually, like, hearing him like get heated. I'll just give a nod to Davina and Elaine and just kind of like make an awkward look back of like, I should probably be a part of this. And hang back just to see how these proceedings go. Knowing how much he respects me, I can probably temper him if he gets too much out of line.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, just to really quick kind of give you some of the quick and dirty. We won't have to roleplay the whole thing. Yes, basically they are now beginning to try to discuss the domestic situation. One of the big things that they are concerned about is they want to ensure now if the eastern part of the continent is in focus. They have known for a while now that Delesia has been in some contact and correspondence with the Askium League over in the complete southeast corner of the continent. There is concern that there has been money being funneled over to them.
Are you seriously? Is this like a full-on like fucking like Cuban Missile Crisis shit going on right now?
Look at who you're fucking talking to. This is the shit I've been waiting for.
Fucking Cuban
I've been
waiting
to design this forever. So they start to kind of talk about that, and so like the Tritons start to speak up a little bit, and they mentioned like as having control of the sea, they can try to step up patrols and make sure that any ships making their way down towards there, will likely face a lot of issues. They talk about potentially recruiting the dwarves of Von Barome all the way up in the north, who are heated enemies of the Empire, potentially seeing if there's any way to get through to them. And then an interesting thing that absolutely catches your ear, Jasper, but you think to wait on it and not say anything now. There's also conversation as to just where exactly all of this puts the Federation of Fulara. They have remained a sovereign entity throughout much of this. They have a deep economic tie to the Empire, but have been very careful over the years of making sure that they are not just considered an extended province of the Empire. And especially with the matter of crux distribution, crux scarcity, and now
like,
potentially...
Sorry, they're like kind of like the economic arm, right? They're like...
They are their own economic function, and the Delesian Empire has seen a great value in having very close partnership with them to make sure they can do a lot of essential work for them, basically.
And does Davina's family more align with that aspect? Are they more aligned with the Felusian Empire or the Felusian Federation or the Delesian Empire?
Davina's mother is from old blood in the Delesian Empire.
Okay.
Davina's father is a baron from Nazina in the Federation of Fulara.
Got it. Okay.
Where Davina was actually born.
Got it. So her origin story is more Felusian than it is Delesian.
Fularian, you mean?
I said, oh my god, we're not in Fallujah.
You combined them?
We're not in Fallujah.
Fallujah.
This highfalutin empire.
I was saying, like, we're in Fallujah. You know, sometimes we're in, you know, Cuban Missile Crisis. We're going back to the 80s here.
No. Okay. You would have to ask Davina where exactly her story.
Okay. I don't catch any of that. I just catch the Fularian
Federation. The Fularian. Yeah.
The Fularian Federation is
a player that nobody knows where they lie at the moment.
They're a little Switzerland right now.
Yes. Okay. But other than that, the conversation is mostly semantics. So we will cut back to Davina and Elaine as you make your way.
I will say that for whatever it matters in the back workings, I will support. I will support the Goliath chief in domestic violence. I would say.
Domestic violence.
Yeah, like if he is
as opposed to.
I will advocate in like guerrilla warfare. I will advocate for him.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
As opposed to international.
Yeah. I am. If he is saying he wants to strike out past the Heel Crush Mountains, other than the current, basically from my understanding, the current like border, kind of like a border war of like whenever they encroach, he attacks. If he ever brings up like expanding that, I will shut it down, but I will endorse any sort of domestic guerrilla warfare of invading Delesians.
Okay, that sounds good.
Just using the fact that I know that he respects me to like be like, hey, we don't need to escalate right now. We need to stabilize. So
yeah, that all sounds good. As Davina and Elaine, as you exit, Esmeralda is actually going to follow behind you.
Esmeralda was there the whole time.
Yes, she was there the whole
time.
Doing fucking nothing. Doing the least.
She was part of the circle the whole time.
Love your mom, but doing the least.
She's tried her best.
She is going to pull you aside, Elaine, for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to say, Elaine, I think there are still many answers that even this conclave cannot begin to broach. A question that has badgered me since we left Vekova. I was very disturbed to see that it was not a Delesian soldier that made its way back through that tree to chase us. It was an angel of the prelacy.
Mm.
They may have a hand in all of this too, and I remember back to some of my dealings when I was originally up in Sky's Bow, when you came about. I worry there may be some loose threads that I have yet to tie up.
Should
I know.
we go there?
I think you are needed with your friends. I think the course of action you have set forward for yourselves is a wise one. I think in that time, while you are making your way north, I will try to escape to the far north and hopefully reconnect with you potentially before making our way to the seat of the Nereids, if you would have me.
I would. Absolutely. I worry about you alone. I mean, I still imagine the Empire has, if not necessarily a price on your head, they will want something of you. And but I trust you, and I need to know. It's selfish, but I need to know more about where I came from.
Perhaps there is a way for you to join me up there once you've completed your work in the Tiger.
I'll talk to my friends. Hopefully, we can.
I want more answers for you too, Elaine.
Thank you.
I thought I thought I knew what I was doing when I brought you into the world, but well, just like any parent, your perspectives shift and change as the years go by. It feels a little strange now. We've only known each other for a short time, but having to say goodbye again feels difficult.
I've known you my whole life. Like this. The politicking and the arguments. I want to know what I was made for. And then I want to figure out exactly what I want to be.
She's going to reach down, she's going to take up both your hands and hold them. And she's going to say, well then, Elaine, this is my vow to you, that we will find the answers to those questions together.
I'm excited for it.
Okay. Okay, my darling, I have to leave now.
Please be safe.
You too. And she'll drop your hands and kind of back away, and then opposite direction.
I'll take a moment and then catch back up with Davina. Our way to find Violet. Bell.
Everything okay?
Well, no, but such a trap. I hate that question.
I mean, I knew the answer, so
Yeah,
for
thanks.
all of us.
I felt so overwhelmed there at the council, and Esmeralda is going to go further north to find out more about me and figure out how the battle angels fit into all this. A little bit
Nearly
more
forgot about
me.
them. There's so many players on the table now.
same, and it was one part in this larger machine. But I'm trying to be, level-headed and stay on path and everything. It's difficult. I feel a great unease with every choice we make, and I choose to believe it's the right one, but I'm worried again about our group fracturing. What happened between you and Jasper during the council? I know that was uncomfortable.
I'm sorting it out, but honestly, Elaine, I think, I mean, that's my job to think of the worst case scenario. You're just, I don't want to make you feel like I'm putting any pressure or obligation on you. But for some reason, you've always had the best, most wholehearted ability to think optimistically and positively and love.
Yes.
So we could certainly use some of that right now with everything going on. So all I'll ask is for you to keep being you, and hopefully Esmeralda can get you some answers that you want.
Well, I wanted to speak during the council, but none of it felt like it was an appropriate time for me. I mean, I'm fairly new here, but I wish that I had. Again, it is my naivete, but I wish I had reminded everyone to hope. And so that's what I want to at least remind you. Keep hoping.
I don't think you know how much I needed to hear that. I think next time that you feel it in your heart to say something, you should.
I'm trying to get better. Crowds are intimidating. I don't like it.
Well then, next time, what if I helped you? What if I just took your hand while you said what was on your mind?
That would be nice.
I want you to have a voice, Elaine. You're part of this.
I'm just trying to figure out where it fits, where I fit.
That's what everyone's trying to do. I mean, Lord knows me and Jasper have a better idea. It doesn't mean we're always right.
Yeah.
Shall we go tell Elaine the good news? Or, I mean, Violet the good news?
Yes, I think this may be some relief. We hope.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Are you just sitting there, or has Belle left?
I believe the two of them are sitting together.
Yeah.
Okay. Lane and I will walk up, and I'll go. Sal, good news and bad news.
Just the good news, please.
Well, too bad. We're gonna get the bad news out of the way first.
Rip off the band-aid.
Okay. Rip it
Bad
off.
news is.
Rip it.
Wait.
What?
Do you really want me to know?
Yeah. Oh no.
You sure?
Yeah. Good call. We're gonna leave
That's
the bad
why
news
I'm
for
out
later.
here. Just
Good
maybe
news.
just all the news for later. I'm allowed the good news. Am I allowed the good news?
Yes, because it's about you. You ready?
Okay.
A shimmy.
I think it's
We,
very weird for Davina to be like this positive. Violet's like, what the fuck is going on?
I feel like Davina grabbed a wine bottle on her way out to Sal.
Atta girl.
needed a little pick me up.
No, scratch that. It's champagne. Um,
Bubbly.
We
I'm
think we
sorry,
may
we're,
have-
we're red wine peoples, okay?
Oh.
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. God, didn't realize you care so much about bubbles. I'm sorry.
It's fun.
We think we might have found a problem to your curse problem.
A problem for my problem.
Or a solution? I'm sorry, there's so much going on in my head right now.
It's a lot. There's been a lot.
There's a lot that's
I
happened.
I would really appreciate that good news. Okay, what's the solution?
It's I think it's gonna be our next stop. We're gonna go with the what is it? Chylith? Chalith elves?
Yeah, it's up to the Chalith elves. Yeah.
Yeah. The traditional prudes are gonna let us in, and they might have a lifetime of knowledge for you.
There might be a chance.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, let's fucking go. He needs to get out of my fucking soul. He doesn't deserve it.
Doesn't belong to him.
And Vel and I were chatting, and I have some hope. Just a tinsy bit of hope that I'm gonna be okay.
Davina's gonna look over to Val, and she's gonna just mouth thank you and offer a drink.
And I think Vol and I are friends now. And Vel doesn't hate me as much as I thought he did.
Is that true?
Pretty even keel. So
Yeah. Everybody always thinks I hate him. I don't know. I think I gotta work on my people skills. I punched her in the face one time. Now I hate her.
And you Eldritch blasted me.
Yeah, I didn't have a better way to get you out of the room, unfortunately.
I know. The past is the past, Vel.
I was like, wait, to be fair,
made a
this
promise.
entire group thought that we all hated each other to start. Like, come on. I think I still hate Zholmyr.
You think, though, you're not
Let's
sure.
talk
See,
to
we
that.
are progressing. We're getting better.
I
toast
ruined
getting
your
better.
entire life, whatever.
You ruined Dab's life. Strock has
I'm not
ruined
here, I'm
my
not here.
life.
Sorry,
Strock's
I'm
ruined
not
the
here.
world.
I'm not here.
Oh, you're not there. Oh, right, you're not there. Well, Dab, Jasper did ruin your life, so you're allowed to hate him.
that's very good.
Feels like an appropriate reaction. But yeah. Not to sound like a total masochist, but misogynist, excuse me, two totally different things. But
I think for you,
See-
that those actually can be the same thing, right?
I mean, maybe.
For you, they can be the same thing,
Theo's face.
right? I'm not wrong.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh my god.
Did I just break a wall that I wasn't supposed to break?
No, I was just like, damn. Anyway.
Anyways, we've got something to smile about, so
Yeah,
drink up.
we do.
Let's get a good night's rest. Let's have some drinks and deal with tomorrow when it gets here.
Okay. Whatever happens with the Chalith elves, I'll do everything I can.
Yeah, who cares what happens to a bunch of nobodies, right?
I mean, without Strock's abilities, I'll really be a nobody. No.
Come on, Zal, that's not true. I hired you before all that shit happened. Why did you think I did that? Because you're good at what you
You took
do.
pity on me.
I love you. I would never. Oh, I just said that out loud. So it's public. It's on the public record now.
I know. And I can't. Oh my God, I already told Jasper this earlier, but I love you guys too.
Love you too.
Wait. You told Jasper that you love him?
Not like that.
No, I just like in any context.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like pat her face and be like, okay, well, what did Strock do to you? Like, what is he doing to you? Why? Who is this?
Strock made me say it.
Oh no, she's diseased!
But yeah, I just figure if y'all can love me with a corrupted soul, that you'll still love me without a corrupted soul.
And just like that, you've argued my point for me.
I do. I will.
Plus, I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck Strock up. He tricks me.
Well,
And
he's
then
a
he
dark
promises-
god, so
Yeah,
that's
what?
next
Hang on,
level.
hang on.
Thank
Time
God.
out. I'm with you. Support you. This is great. Maybe we just get you away from Strock and we call that success for now. Let's keep success, right? We're gonna set reasonable goals, right? Reasonable milestones for ourselves.
Listen, Belle, I don't
Attainable,
know.
right?
Okay, we're supposed to save the world, and that's attainable. I think we can save the world, and I'm gonna kill this god. Those two are the same on the same playing field for me.
Okay, so I'm not going to get too deep into my personal philosophy, but I do think, for me, killing Strock might also kill the world. I'm not positive how these things work, but I do think he is part of the world. He's part of the sort of soul. He's not a good part. We can agree on that, right? Yeah.
Okay,
But
how about this?
I do think he might be necessary to a degree.
Okay, so I can agree to that as long as I can put him in a prison. He put me in one.
Maybe we could like kneecap him or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna-
I don't know
yeah,
how this
yeah.
works. But
I'm gonna
yeah,
put him in
maybe
his
we
own
can find a middle ground there. I'm open to it.
To be
for sure.
workshopped later.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got time. We got because we're not ready if we were to try that right now. I'll tell you what.
We would die. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last fight because I was fighting for Strock. But when I woke up, a lot of people were down. A lot of us.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
It wasn't great.
Not ready.
It was not great.
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway.
So we stay the night here, and then tomorrow with the Sie'le elves, we go to the north.
It sounds like the plan. We'll have
North.
Jasper confirm, but yeah.
Okay. Whatever happened to that seed? Did you give it to them?
What seed?
Do we still have it?
I don't know, Val. Do we?
I have it.
No, she doesn't know that.
No, you know that. You gave them to me.
I know that, but I'm not
No,
letting Violet know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, let's catch yourself and be like, right. Don't. Yeah. God, this is so annoying.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I trust you. I trust you all. I don't trust myself. So yeah, let's keep drinking this wine.
Sounds like a plan.
I have stuff if that's all done.
If we're done with whatever that
Oh.
was.
Okay, Jasper. What's
Hi, Jasper.
your stuff, Jasper?
Oh.
Wait, no, but I was like, are you guys?
Yeah, that was that.
I think so. Yeah, I think that wrapped
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just watching the sunset.
Yeah, we were just gonna finish. Yeah,
As the domestic people are discussing the domestics,
Yes.
I will pull. God, I apologize for being absolutely awful with names.
Tayenya?
Tayenya. I was gonna say Titania. My name
Hmm.
I'm literally just like every
Midsummer
other.
Night's Dream.
Michael, I remember her because it's Enya. The
Yeah,
Enya.
Titania
I
is
love Enya.
magic.
Tayenya.
So
Yeah.
There you go.
Tayenya, no T.
Tayenya.
Tayenya, take out the
Nope,
T.
just the one at the
That's
front.
fine.
Yep.
I will pull her aside and just ask. I know that we took a pause to let this conversation happen. How confident are you that a teleportation circle can be created in the near vicinity
Of here or of my people.
of your people?
We will need some help for sure. It is an arcane art that we have not kept abreast with.
If we are able to create it, will you, how confident do your people feel? How confident do you feel in your people of allowing it? Is the real question.
I would not have promised it to you if I did not think it were possible. That being said, that does not mean it is a certainty. You will have to put in the work to convince them, along with my help, the same way you worked to convince me.
Understood.
It is doable.
Understood. You do accept that the relinquishment of the seeds will not be done until this teleportation circle is set in place, correct?
That was the agreement, yes.
Okay. I don't want to leave any I don't want to leave anything uncertain. This is a very sensitive topic. And as much as I do trust your people to protect these seeds, I cannot, in good conscience, leave them there without ability to check in, so to speak.
I understand. There's still much to even think about and understand in terms of truly understanding what it means to relocate and recreate an entire seat of power.
Well, it seems from the direction that we were given that they're seeds. So one might believe that, you know, to be blasphemous, I apologize. I'm not the most devout of elves. Uh, if a god gives you a seed, you assume that it'd grow.
Yes, yes, of course. I think the matter of concern is making sure that we are doing our due diligence and bestowing upon this seed the honor it deserves and making sure that its home is of the wisest location that ensures the longevity of it, that ensures its safety and security, and also ensuring that it can be adequately protected.
Yeah, I think I would argue.
What I mean to say is, you do us a great favor by even offering us the chance to deliberate. I think this can all work for us in the conversations to come. I just I just mean to say that this means a great deal to me, to our people, and to put it bluntly, I don't want to mess it up.
Well, that is arguably the most relatable expression we've had from your people in, quite honestly, probably a century. So, I hope you understand that our people, while you may consider us blasphemers, do hold at the core the same principles that your people do. And we are trusting you with this. We understand that we were not able to protect this. And maybe you will be able to.
What I know, Jasper, is that while there may still be great distance between our peoples, and from that distance a grown coldness and inability to understand, the moment calls for the need to dig deep and find our common roots. And that is something I can do, and I think I can convince my people. I cannot promise that when we have achieved our collective goal, there won't still be hard work ahead mending relationships, welding philosophies, but at least we would have a place to start.
I hope you don't take this as incontinence, but do you promise me that regardless of negotiations, you will be able to return us to this place?
Promise.
Insight check, bitch.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to roll it, or do you want my fucking passive 18 insight?
I mean, right now you're actively trying. Yeah.
Well, good thing it's better. That's a 24.
Yeah.
Not bad.
There's a nervousness to her in it's almost like in that moment it fully hit her just exactly what she's promising, and she now realized that she herself is now very personally tied to what happens here.
Sure. And I feel in this realization, do I feel as though there is at least a little bit of uncertainty that we will be allowed to leave?
There is, yeah, there's a worry. There's a twinge.
Okay. Cool. No, that decides what I do next. So
Jasper shoots her.
no. But I mean I would kind of bid her adieu, and I would go what I'm about to do next.
Oh.
Okay. She'll sort of like acknowledge you, and she'll say, "Find me on the morrow. We have much to plan."
Mm-hmm. I sorry, I don't say it like that, but I bid her adieu.
Yeah. Okay.
I apologize for monopolizing the time, but I will after that. I'm gonna go find my wife.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't think we need to role play the entire proceedings. but I will.
Nope.
Yeah, I will.
But you find her and Davina sharing a glass.
Me and my. You found my wife?
You
I'm kidding.
cock
My
block!
wife?
We
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I
I'm
love the
kidding.
idea of that.
I will go find my wife, and I will pull her to a. You tell me where we're at, because I think I'll kind of decide things.
Okay. Yeah, so again, where you had all been the night before is sort of this like little refugee type lodging area where there's these like kind of individual outside areas that are closed off amongst the different parts of this giant tree. So that's where she rests right now.
Are they relatively secluded, like secretive, or like? Can I? Is there a relative?
You would, if you want like full privacy, you would have to go somewhere else with her.
I will ask her to take a walk.
Okay. She will join you. You guys can make your way through some of the city streets, and you notice that there's this one kind of walkway along one of the meandering canals that's pretty desolate.
Hella perception check.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's even better. It's a 19 plus 8. That's a 27.
Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, you look around. There's nobody here right now. This is that kind of odd hour of the day where people who are out and about have kind of already made their way back, and there's really like there's not a nightlife in a place like Sie'le.
Especially right now.
There's no warehouse rave. Oh
No,
no,
for real, no.
for real.
So I imagine that as we are walking towards like wherever we're going, it's more of like that's when I'm like filling her in as to what happened, so she's kind of up to speed.
Sure.
And as we get to the place where I kind of like take a hard look that we are not at all perceived by anybody, I say, as much as I want to trust our cousins to the north, I don't necessarily know that we can at this exact moment. Now, I know this place is a great burden on you. And should everything happen as it ought, considering we have one of the most persuasive voices that I have ever experienced in my entire life, we should not have a problem in the coming days. But if we are held stranded, this may be our best bargaining chip. And I will slide the seeds into her hand as I hold her hand.
What are these, Jasper?
I think it best that maybe you don't know for now.
Ooh.
I think at the point where you will need to know, you will quite frankly know. Should everything go to plan, I will be back for these in mere days. In the off chance, you protect them with your life.
Yes, Jasper, yes. I don't know if this matters, but I feel like I should probably mention I spoke with High Speaker Orchid earlier today. She has appointed me a member of the Triumvirate.
All the better.
What?
And I can think of nobody that deserves it more.
Well, okay. Our situation has changed drastically, hasn't it, Jasper?
I would maybe ask, as your husband, that you do not share the information that you are in possession of whatever I have just handed to you, to fellow council member Orchid. I believe you maybe called her a, what was it, rancid bitch? Is that the terminology?
Still is.
Sam.
I mean, less
To be
so. I feel like
completely fair, at the time, she was being a rancid bitch.
You know, and I have since learned why being such a rancid bitch comes in handy. Now is one of the cases where it doesn't, and let's just you have something that I've given to you. I will return for it in a couple of days, and we'll just leave it at that.
I will do this for you, Jasper. I must make it known. It does trouble me slightly to know that upon being appointed to this esteemed body, one of my first acts will be to lie to the woman who put me there.
As she says that, I will take them back, and I will say, do you not feel comfortable? I understand if you do not feel comfortable. I can find another way to make sure that these are protected. It does not need to be you.
I can't possibly know what's going through your mind, Jasper. The reason why you chose to do this. If you ask this of me, I will do it because I trust you and I have faith in you.
You will put me over your position. Your new position.
She'll kind of lean back and she'll smirk and she'll say, to be fair, you came first.
I will slide them back into her hand.
cute. That was super duper cute.
Uh,
Oh, you guys make such a good husband-wife
I
pair.
know, it's like a... Just date me already. And then after that, I imagine a romantic stroll along the canal, some smooches, and then head home to our weirdly open sleeping spot. I'm just
Listen.
saying there could be some root walls to like cover up the like maybe us having sex. I don't know, dude. It's fine. You don't
Don't know
have
what
sex
we're
with
gonna
me. I get it.
Anyways, the rest of the group. What are y'all up to right now? Anything else
We're
as
getting
you...
drunk on the beach and then finding a spot to go to bed,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Sounds
I
about
just
right.
want to wait, but I just want to make sure I got this clear. So Davina was hesitant about giving away the seeds because she didn't want to trust anyone that was in our circle, and then Jasper proceeded to tell his wife that he doesn't trust the people that he gave the seed to.
After another conversation where we were not, I was literally, I very specifically was like, hey, if they disagree, are we gonna be allowed to leave?
Yeah.
And they were like, they were kind of like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, well maybe at least we have a bargaining chip where like they either let us leave or like they get nothing.
I should have only handed you one. I said seeds when I handed them over to you.
Hand the seeds.
I did say seeds.
I was ready to roll the
given
insight
you
check.
one.
I was ready to roll the perception/insight check, and you did not say anything. So
No.
Oh, the tension.
I did
Oh
not.
my.
I did not.
Fight. Okay.
Wow, this is getting juicier and juicier. If Davina finds this out, oof,
I mean, you're gonna find it out because
that you don't trust the elves, you're gonna tell her that?
No, but you're gonna find out that we established the circle, and we're gonna have to come back for the seeds. Like that's the whole thing. Is like
Yeah.
they let us establish the teleportation circle, and we come back for the seeds and then redeliver them. or they don't allow us the
Oh, I thought
teleportation
you had
circle.
already given her one.
Oh no, we have all the seeds.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No,
I thought you had already given her
we
one.
have the seeds now. Well, technically, my wife has all the seeds, but we are gonna go there. They're either gonna allow us to create the teleportation circle. If they do, we say, "Great, we'll be right back." So we go back, get the seeds, deliver. Otherwise, if they say "fuck you," then we say, "Sucks to suck. We don't even have the seeds," and at least the seeds are not compromised. And at least they are now with a council person of the people where they fucking came from. So I think this was a great plan. He says.
I mean,
he says in his own dream.
And the rest of us, so you're with her, your wife, and then we're just on the beach.
I assume you go to bed at some point.
Yeah, or finding a spot to bed down, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all find a spot to bed down. Jasper, you eventually make your way back as well to rest for the evening. You all settle in for the night with a lot of thoughts running through each of your individual minds. A lot has happened today. A lot of roads have now opened up in front of this group. Violet potentially with a path to ridding herself of the curse of Strzok. Elaine potentially with a path to learning exactly more about where she comes from and what this connection to the prelacy could mean. Velterra with the path to potentially learning more about the Pentamont. And everyone with many paths forward to do what they can to stop Novar and his march across the continent toward the third seat of power. And with all of these thoughts swimming through your head, you all eventually fall asleep. And you will wake up and continue the adventure in 2026, baby.
What? I'm not
Uh,
ready.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. I'm not
I'm
ready.
ready. I'm so
Hey!
fucking ready.
Thanks
Oh
so
my
much
God.
for joining us, everybody. Wow. How fun was that? Holy fucking RP. I'm going to go ahead and just say, if y'all don't already have it, everyone gets a piece of inspiration for all of the role play
Woo!
between last session and this session.
Let's
Y'all put in some
breathe.
fucking work. So you will all be starting the new year with a little piece of inspiration if you do not already have it.
I'm definitely gonna
Thank
need
you.
this when
Thank
it's time for exorcism.
Oh,
When the
I'll need this
exorcism
great. So you have
begins.
4 fucking lucky rolls. That's what you need.
I'll need this when my first
Oh,
roll is,
yeah.
of course, a nat 1, because
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be, baby.
I
course
did
it
not
is
make one roll this session.
No, this was,
neither.
I
this was,
apologize. I do feel really bad. I feel like I monopolized a little bit of time, but you know.
No, there was
Well,
just...
A lot to get through.
It ebbs and flows, right? Like you're
Also,
good.
2 of us just walked out of the meeting, so I mean, there's only so much you can do at that point.
Yeah, I guess I walked out, but forced out, walked out.
All right. Well, anyways, we hope to see you in the new year for when we pick this back up. We're getting into the thick of it now.
Into the thick of it.
Yeah, we are.
Into the thick
Woo!
of it.
But until then, I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, an incredible holiday season. I know we're excited. A lot of the folks in this group will get to kind of reconnect a little bit over the holidays, which will be a lot of fun. And then we are ready and excited to come back strong. So
Woo!
thanks for joining us this year. Take care,
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you next time.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah.
Bye.
Bye.